It's been more than a week since the EFF and DA municipal coalition collapsed, and so we speak to political analyst Sandile Swana for more.
Mr. Sandile, it's great to have you on the show to give us a breakdown of what's happening between the DA and the EFF from a municipal level.
Thank you so much, Leroy. These are indeed exciting times. Let me just maybe start off by saying this point here that, you know, our electoral system, how people get elected to be public representatives and these political parties, when you go back to the architecture of our electoral system, it is a system that was designed to function on the basis of coalitions, by the way. And one of the things that actually happens here in these elections, electoral system, is that a party in a municipal environment that has not won a single ward, not one ward, where they got outright approval, can actually be a major party in a municipal environment. And that is where the EFF is. And they are kingmakers in the municipalities where they have not won a single ward. And that comes from the architecture of our electoral system. So that is the fruit of that architecture, that what we're seeing, and it's going to get more and more in that direction. We're headed for more coalitions, not less.
But what are we likely to see in terms of the municipalities themselves?
Two, which is Tshwane and Johannesburg. The DA actually performed very well. So if you weight them, the ANC has got an equal. There are heavyweights, there are two heavyweights, and then this lightweight, which is called the EFF. So when you add up, generally speaking, when you add up these three parties, EFF, ANC, these two will get in the 40s, and the EFF, and when you add the three, they get into the 90s, which means none of them can actually just add the smaller parties to get over. They need the EFF. And the EFF, I think at best, they might have one ward somewhere in an obscure place.
Why do it now? Why dissolve this coalition?
I don't think it's about dissolving any coalition per se. They went to the DA and said, you must give us the mayoral position in Tshwane and give us positions in the mayoral committee, which is like the cabinet of a municipality, and so on. So they saw that the situation cannot work for anybody without them, in as much as they don't represent any specific ward. But by virtue of this loose votes that are hanging around, they were able to get into this position. So this is not a new demand. The DA rejected it then, and they are trying to, but now the question, if the question is why now, the answer, the most direct answer to that question is this. Right now, 2021 is actually about 24 months away, the next election for municipalities. And the EFF is actually not strong in municipalities, in winning wards, more specifically, because people want service delivery. And the two organizations that have got a proven track record in actual service delivery is the DA and the ANC. And that credential, the EFF doesn't have. The EFF has done a lot to liven our politics, to fight corruption and do all these kinds of things and hold the two main parties to a certain degree relatively accountable. But to actually make sure water is running well, electricity, rubbish, and so on, they have no experience and no credential, and they want that credential before the 2021 election. That would be how I would read the game.
Should residents worry about what is happening at the moment?
At the moment, residents, I don't think residents are going to be in jeopardy. The residents of Tshwane specifically are going to be in jeopardy. The DA, they were never really married to the EFF. The EFF was adjacent to them. It was proximal. The EFF came close to them and never wanted to commit. The DA went around and signed actual agreements with the other parties, and the EFF never signed any agreement. They wanted the flexibility to support and oppose at the same time. Now, the question is, with that type of person who has got ambitions to replace the ANC and to replace the DA with themselves at any level, whether that level is provincial, that level is at a municipal level, and national.
Let's get speculative. What are we most likely to see in the coming months?
In the coming months, the issue at municipal level, I think this is where the ANC also needs to change. And I see the ANC as a political party, not just because they are not really, except in Eguruleni, running the municipality. But I'm starting to see an ANC that is starting to emphasize competence, to start to emphasize professionalism, which is what the DA has stood for. So I think they are realizing that people don't just want slogans, they don't want music. So you are going to see an ANC that is shifting. And the big job of the DA is to convince the township people, the black people in particular, to say you are a party that understands your needs and you are able to deliver for black people, because that is where the bulk of the votes are lying. And the DA can get to 50 if it was able to actually address that issue. And in this past election, particularly this last election, they were very weak in that department.
Hey guys, this is Dale from Prime Circle and you're watching Joburg Today.